Beginning December 2017, all drivers will be required to use electronic logging devices. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to the Qualcomm systems and its operations. First, a driver must log into the unit. This is done by pressing the driver login button at the top right corner of the home screen. A driver must then enter his or her driver ID and password. Pressing the keyboard icon in the top left of the screen will allow the driver to type. In this example, the driver ID is test and the password is 1234. Your password will usually be the last 4 digits of your social security number. Once you're done typing, you must close the keyboard by pressing the keyboard icon in the bottom right corner of the screen, then press OK. If there is unassigned drive time at login, this screen will appear. A driver should press No here to avoid having time that he or she did not drive assigned to him. When you first log in, you will be placed into on duty not driving status. This means that your 14-hour shift time has begun. Notice the DOT clock in the upper right corner. This shows the time the driver has left before he has to take his 30-minute break. One of the primary functions of these units is communication between the company and driver. To read receive messages, you must return to the home screen. This is done by pressing the home icon in the top left corner. From the home screen, a driver will then press the messaging button on the top right of the screen. To read a message, a driver simply touches the line of the message. If the message is long, the driver will need to use the scroll buttons on the right side of the screen. The left and right arrow buttons shown here will allow a driver to move from message to message. If you want to keep a message, you simply press the back icon. To delete the message, press the delete icon. The unit will then confirm that you want to delete the selected message. Like any other electronic device, the Qualcomm units have a limited amount of data storage, so you are encouraged to delete any unneeded messages to save device memory space. While you are driving, the unit will not let you access messages to read, but it will read them out to you if desired. If you need to reply to a message, simply press the reply button. This will open up a new message in free-form mode. Press the keyboard icon and type in your message. Once you're done typing, you press the send button. Composing a message is done by pressing the Compose tab. This brings up a menu list. The freeform option will allow you to type anything you would like. This list also contains several other options for daily usage. These preformed messages are called macros. To use one of these preformed messages, simply touch the line you wish to use, such as the Arrive at Shipper line. Then fill in the blanks shown. Here the load number and trailer number are needed. Once these are entered, press the send icon. If you need to reply to a message using a macro, hit the reply icon, then hit the change macro icon on the right side of the screen to bring up the macro menu. Select the message needed, fill in the required information, and press send. To change your duty status for hours of service rules compliance, a driver must access the hours of service menu from the main menu. From this screen you will see several tabs. The status tab shows your current status and time that you have been in that particular status. This is also the screen where you will make current duty status changes. To change your duty status, from the Status tab, press the Change icon at the bottom right corner of the screen. This will bring up duty status options. Off is for off duty, SB is for sleeper berth, DRV is for driving, and on is for on duty not driving time. There is also a Remarks tab. The Remarks tab is pre-selected remarks such as pre- and post-trip inspections, loading and unloading, as well as fueling and other remarks. Be sure to use these remarks to clarify what's going on at that particular time. Once you have selected the proper duty status and entered any remarks that you may need to, press the OK icon at the bottom right corner of the screen. Now the Status tab shows the current duty status, and how much time a driver has been on this particular status. When a driver gets to within an hour of needing his 30-minute DOT break, or within an hour of running out of his time on his or her 11, 14, or 70 hours, the DOT clock at the top right corner of the screen will flash, and the unit will give you an audible warning that you only have an hour left. Audible warnings will also sound when you are in violation of any hour of service regulation. The Summary tab shows how much time is available to the driver before he or she must take a 30-minute rest break, how much time the driver has remaining in his 11 hours of drive time, and how much time is left on both the driver's 14-hour shift and 70-hour work week. The Graph tab shows your current total for that particular day in a format similar to a paper log graph. The Day Log tab shows change of duty statuses and time which they occurred in a list form. The 8-Day tab shows the mileage, driving time, and on-duty time for the current day and the previous 7 days. It also shows how many hours of time a driver has used over the past 8 days. Next is the Approve tab. This tab should be visited at the end of every work day. On the Approve tab, you will see any and all unapproved logs in the system. A driver needs to press the Approve All icon in the bottom right of the screen. This step is the same as signing a paper log at the end of a shift. Once you have hit the Approval button, the unit will ask you to confirm the approval. Simply hit Yes and the process is finished. Finally, there is a Load tab. This tab should show you the current load and give you an option to view the load history for your truck. The Qualcomm OmniTrax unit will allow a driver to go back and edit any unapproved duty statuses. This allows a driver to go back and change on-duty not driving time to off-duty time to correct any mistakes may be made during the day. The device will not let a driver change drive time. To edit an unapproved hour of service status, a driver must enter the Hours of Service application from the main menu, then enter the Approve tab. A driver then scrolls through the list and finds the particular duty status he or she would like to change. Then highlight the duty status and press the Edit icon. On the next screen, select the status you would like to change to from the drop box. Below this, there is a drop box for remarks. Be sure to use the proper remarks to indicate why you are making this particular edit, then tap OK. This brings up the Edit Reason screen. A driver must put in the reason he or she is making the change. An example here would be, left in on-duty status while home over the weekend, or something similar. A reason must be typed in this field before the unit will let you tap OK to continue. Once all the logs are correct, then press the Approve All icon. The safety department will be monitoring all driver log edits to ensure compliance and make sure that this system is not being misused. To change any drive time or approved logs, a driver will need to call into the safety department. At the end of the workday, a driver needs to do a vehicle inspection. If a defect is found, a vehicle inspection report must be completed in the Qualcomm unit. This is done by accessing the Vehicle Inspection menu from the main menu. From the Vehicle Inspection menu, a driver must then choose Vehicle Inspection or Trailer Inspection. Let's say we have a marker light out on the trailer. So we highlight Trailer Inspection, then press the Select icon. On the next screen, we select Yes for defect, then select the box or boxes which apply to the problem found. In this case, the lights box is checked. Then we hit Next Page. From here, we type the details of the defect and enter the truck number and press the Done icon. To remain DOT compliant, a driver must keep a copy of the device instruction manual in the truck as well as a supply of paper logs. These paper logs are there to be used as backup for any time the e-log unit fails. A driver can only switch to paper logs with the approval of the safety department. The final operation we will talk about is logging off the unit. A driver should only log out if the tractor is going into the shop or if he or she is changing to another tractor. To log off, we select the Driver Login menu from the main menu. Then highlight your driver name and hit the Logout icon at the bottom of the screen. The unit will then verify that you want to log out, and you simply press the OK icon.
DOT law states that you have to have working knowledge of the electronic logging device installed in your tractor. If you have any question regarding any of the topics covered in this video, please don't hesitate to contact the safety department. Be safe out there.